Like a tribe does. Before this, did you really know what I was? Comprehend to the track force, why? Cause getting inches on the tip of the vibe buzz. Rock and roll to the beat of the funk fuzz. Wipe your feet really good on the rhythm rug. If you feel the urge to freak, do the jitterbug. Come and spread your arms if you really need a hug. Afrocentric living gives a big shrug. I like filled with, that's what I love. I love a plateau, it's what we're above. If you diss us, we won't even think of. We'll nip up a dog and give a big shove. This rhythm really fits like a slug glove. Like a box of pirate tricks, it's a plus love. As the child flies high like a dove.
And here we are for another great edition of the Hangout. How's everybody doing, man?
What up, what up? What up, dude?
What up? Doing good.
Oh, you're sounding Mr. Roboto, Mr. Ostinato.
Oh, shit. Give me one quick reset. I'll be
You
right
sound
back.
like droid on the episode.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. All right, give me one quick second.
No problem. Take your time. That's how that droid sounded, wasn't it? It's true.
Yeah,
I like that.
I was sitting there like, whoa.
Yeah, that was cool. You know, that droid from the barge there. Yeah. So how you doing, G Major? What's going on?
I'm good, man. Good.
Yeah?
Just ready to get talking about this episode, and we got other things to talk about for sure.
I was saying, watch your back, man. You got the Moonlight. Watch your back.
Yes, baby. I collected the
yeah.
comic book a couple of times, so yeah.
Oh, you do? Did you read that comic book?
Yes, I did.
Oh, cool.
The original character where he was back in the day, and then an updated version, and now I haven't collected what this trailer is showing. So I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to the series.
Good stuff. And Jason from the Metal Taco Show. What's going on, mi amigo?
Doing good. What's going on, brother?
Not much, man. So you're all into the episode this week. You guys digged it so far?
This was way better than
it was better than last week. Definitely better.
No Power Rangers.
No Power Rangers.
Go.
I have my little nephew watching me. Salut, Vito. Yeah.
Does he live up in Canada? Oh,
he lives across the river right here.
Okay.
Like 45, like 25 minutes away. Yeah.
Okay.
My wife just texted me. She goes, "Oh, we're watching you on my brother's. Say hi to Vito." Like, hi, Vito. Hello, other household. What's going on, the Espinosas? Yeah, man. So we got Austinator. Let's see. Hi, Austinator.
Does that sound better?
Oh,
yeah.
There we go. Let's go. Yeah, man. You sounded like Robotnator.
Robotnator.
As long as you don't sound like Nader. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No.
So yeah, man. So you guys all good? Austin, how's your day going, man? Good.
Not bad. I had a comp sci meeting today where we were going over our budget for the year. And I kind of was like running to grab dinner and then run to come on the stream. So
appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I like coming on the hangout. You know, it's fun. You know, talking about Boba Fett, good or bad. You know, it's
good or bad.
Good or bad. That's just the show, right? Good or bad.
Good or bad, pretty much. It's like pretty much what my title is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
You saw that? Boba better, but not perfect. It was better. Overall, guys, what do you think? What's your thoughts, man? Jason?
Falseness is way better than last week. Still a little disappointing. I mean, I was expecting a lot more.
Yeah.
I loved it where he got his ship back. I mean, I like that. And I love the part with the Sarlacc when that Sarlacc's no more now after he didn't bomb that thing. But yeah. I enjoyed that because I thought the Sarlacc was already dead, because the way he firebombed him before.
Right.
But I never saw that, that where Lucas added that thing with the looked like the beak? When it plants from Super Mario Brothers in the middle of it. What do you call it? That's what
I don't know what the name is, but I know what you're talking about.
You seen that? You look at that thing pops up, and I was like, oh, because he looks dead when he come up to it, and he's like looking in there. The thing looks dead. It looks like he's all just laying out. It's like pops out of there.
It's like the mouth is further in, right?
Yeah.
It's like foreskin.
Yeah, but when it's with Jabba, but yeah, pretty much, yeah.
What's up, Pert Minded? You came up for that comment, so you had to hear that.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry, but
but
that's what it basically is.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, because I know what we've seen with Jabba. When he's out there with the sail barge, that head's just like it's just circling, and he's trying to snap at things. But it looks pretty dead. All the arms are moving and stuff, and it just looks pretty dead. So that was a shocker when that thing popped up. That was pretty cool. I didn't like. Well, I mean, it's where our dislikes. I didn't like where the gang that killed the Tuskens. He just went out there and just shot them down real quick, and that was it. I was expecting a lot more on that part, but we'll get to that on disappointments. But besides, it was a better episode. I mean, it needs some more improvement, but better.
Right on, Ostinator.
Well, it was better. I agree. I will say the last half of the episode was better than the first half. The first half was fine, but there were just things in it that just made me roll my eyes and facepalm, like freaking playing hide and seek with the freaking droid. The freaking I'm just calling it slave. I'm not calling it fire spray. Slave one.
What the hell was that?
What the hell?
I'm just gonna mute you, bud, until you got that. Oh my god, you're good now? It was like you were blowing. I was like, is this guy trying to snort off his radio?
He's watching Scarface, man.
So you were saying the chasing of the droid in the episode? That was
that was really, and also the whole Slave One playing freaking leaning forward as it's peeking in on a neighbor or something in the song. I'm really, come on,
okay.
But some of the flashback was, but I really don't want to fucking hear any more stuff about banthas after the show, because now literally every time I think of Boba Fett now, all I think about is a fucking bantha. That is what I think about it. But other than that, the last half is what saves it. The first half. And I did like what they might be setting up for next episode or just later episodes with that little sting at the end, which I'll talk about when we get to our positives. But just overall, it was a decent episode, way better. But this show and I agree with what Jason said, it needs a lot of work. And it's just gotten to the point where I'm not really excited to watch these episodes. They're fine, but they're just not anything noteworthy.
Okay, fair enough. G Major.
Definitely, like the guy said, this was a better episode. I just didn't feel that grasp hit me okay, can't wait till next week. It's missing something, but it's a better episode. I thought the beginning was a little slow. I got some points I didn't like, but it was a better episode. That's
okay. All right. Well, wow. I'll have to say it was definitely better. wasn't perfect. It was better. Good to see that he finally got healed up from that freaking back to tank, right? Got that at the end. So now he's fully powered. Now are we gonna get that fully powered Boba Fett that we all wanted to see? Because we got a glimpse of it, right? When he was on Slave One and blasted the bikers, right?
Right.
Like that was awesome. But that also was back in the memories, right? That was back to tank time, right? So I liked how they transition and they explain why he is pussied up a bit in a sense, because he wasn't planning of taking over this whole becoming a crime lord until the Tuskens were killed. Right? Because for him, he was just going to stick around with the Tuskens and lived along the natives, right? Because they showed him their culture and he just felt, I guess respectful that they saved him and stuff. But I like how that ties in. So those are my plus moments of the show. Is I like those connections. I'm gonna just get right into it and I'm gonna let you guys go. I like the fact, the whole scene with Slave One, the fighting scene of Fennec was fire. I love seeing her in action. She's a great martial artist and it was well choreographed. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that scene. I enjoyed seeing what was the other part there that I liked a lot. The actual sitting down at the table was I actually like that with the Rancor coming up and everything. That was awesome. The best scene was BK at the freaking sitting down watching those freaking Kardashians, I'm gonna say Kardashians, and he freaking just lost his shit. The reason why I like that though is because they stay true to the legends, right? That the fact that Wookiees can't stand the Kardashians? What are they called again?
Oh shit!
The race.
We finally saw a Wookiee rip somebody's arm off too.
But with reason, right?
There's a race of Kardashians. Are you kidding me? No, shoot me, please. What?
No, it's not. It's what's up, LDG? It's the that race there. What's it called? Fuck. Fuck.
Yeah,
the
5
lizard
people
race.
with Google in front of them, and they're asking, what the hell?
I had it written down. Hold on.
What up, guys? While he's looking up the wiki. The wiki.
What up, LGG?
Hold on, guys. You're so lucky you weren't on my. If I wasn't on my main computer.
Trandoshans. That's what they're
like
Trandoshans. Yeah.
So the
Transdoshans. But
what were they? What were they before Doshians?
Probably just Geodosians.
The Transdoshians.
No idea.
They had to be something else before.
Bidoshians?
Doshian, right? Or a gender thing.
They're lizards. They're lizards, right? So who knows? That scene was wicked. So LG, what's up, man? What's your overall on it? Did you watch it?
I just love it's not another WandaVision.
Okay. It isn't.
I can honestly, without a doubt, like I'm being dead serious. I'm serious, not a skit. I'm glad it's not another WandaVision. I'm just not that I've been watching it. I haven't actually watched it yet, but even so,
he's looking for.
I heard it's a quite of a roller coaster ride right now. They're kind of like skimping a little bit on you guys. No.
Yeah,
it's yeah. Go ahead, Jason.
It's a train wreck.
Right, and then you get that one shitty episode, and then of course the next episode everybody wants it to be like badass, and it's just slightly more badass. So we're kind of just wasted a whole episode just turning in the right direction. Yeah, okay. How many episodes left? 2, 3?
3, I believe, isn't it?
3, 7 episodes. What's up, Reddis Day? Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that.
They're doing a
3-hour.
Yeah, it's 7 episodes. All right, see what here. Shifty says Boba Fett was a fucking fire except for that shitty right?
I can hear about the music, yeah.
He says B+.
Get me started on that. Oh my god.
B+. They had some great local shots, especially the exterior of Jabba's palace. True.
Yeah.
Nice.
Trandoshians. Thank you. I should have freaking read the chat, right?
Well, they are trans. So what would?
Yeah. Well, they are trans. They're lizards, right?
And what were they? Furry hamsters to scaly reptile.
Yeah, their arms grow back. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Right, stay back there. So yeah, go ahead, G Major. What did you like?
I did like the action. The action was way better than the last episode. The Power Rangers and all that kind of stuff. It's the funny thing, looking at that Wookiee, kind of remind me of Worf from Star Trek: The Next Generation for some reason.
The presence, right? It's the presence.
Yeah, it's just
it's the presence.
I was sitting there like, man, you remind me of Worf for some reason. But the action was better on this one. I enjoyed the effects, the landscape. This was way better than the first one for sure. I mean, not the first one. I'm sorry, the last episode. I understand going back and understand how he hooked up with her. I take that. I was like, okay, I like it. There was a little bit too, a little soap opera. We'll talk about that later. But I mean, this episode was way better than the last one for sure.
Good stuff. Jason.
Well, I'm glad that we're probably going to see the last of the flashbacks. I mean, they at least finished it off with Fennec. You know, showed how she, how they fixed her stomach and all that. How with the, that what they android her sort of like. But I mean, they sort of finished it off, so it's right now at the cusp, and then they were looking for his arm. So right at the cusp of the Mandalorian. So we know we know how he got his armor back, so they don't have to redo that. They don't have to replay that again. So unless, God, they do a flashback again. But I mean, so they can say that time to actually make the story for the story. Everything everybody's been saying, the landscapes is really cool around Jabba's palace. So I mean, we're getting a more three-dimensional all the way around it. The landscape and the ups, above Jabba's palace sides and all that. And the Wookiee, I'm glad they brought him back. I was afraid that, he's just going to wander off, and that was the end of it. It was one of those one and done things. But, so he is a bigger part of the show, at least now. So he's going to be fighting with him. I loved it where he ripped that guy's that Trandoshan thing's arms off. I mean, that was pretty fire. Pretty fire. The Sarlacc pit, I really enjoyed that. That was a shocker because I thought the thing was dead and it's up and done. So they did bring that because there's a video game or something in it where he goes back and he starts shooting at the Sarlacc pit or something. I seen that on something on YouTube. So they actually did. It's on one in video games. So actually, they finished. He revenged himself for that Sarlacc. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, that was, like I said, it was better. It was a better episode. It's like I said, visuals and everything, and have hope a little bit. And just hopefully we don't have to have them have a 3-hour 7th episode. To actually finish it off good. But hopefully we're going into a war. We're going into a war. Like they said, they're going to go recruit an army. So hopefully we'll get to see some more characters. Some more special characters and stuff come in. So
good stuff. Austin.
Well, I really liked everything in the last half, but I'll at least go. There were things I liked in the first half with the flashback. I like that. I like the fact that he meets Fennec in this flashback, and that at least now it's like you don't really have to do any more flashbacks. We got he found his ship, he met Fennec, he's out of the back of the tank. You don't really need to do any more. But I did like the whole them scouting inside Jabba's palace and then breaking in. Even though there's one part of it I didn't like, I thought that scene was actually pretty good. And I liked how they gave Boba Fett a reason for why he is the way he is now. He said, "Look, I've been I was with the Raiders. Like his perception on everything has changed because of it." And he's like, "Look, why would I want to do a job that could easily be solved another way than doing it the way this group wants me to do it?" So you at least get a good reasoning behind why he wants to become like this crime lord, essentially. The action was a lot better. I agree with what G Major said. It just looked so much better, a lot more crisp, just a lot more refined. And then really just everything in the last half, him not being in the back of the tank anymore, which was great because it's like, all right, now he's fully healed. Are we going to see Boba Fett to his full potential now?
Right.
God, I really hope so because he's just been really nerfed the last, few episodes. I did enjoy, that whole scene where the entire crime families are at, the table. And, they're all sitting down and, Boba Fett's like, look, I need your help. And then they're like, well, we don't really want to help you. And then the Sarlacc comes up, is like, the clock comes up and they're like, what the hell? And then,
the Rancor, not Sarlacc.
Rancor. Yeah,
oh, shit. Sorry. I don't know why I was thinking about Sarlaccs. But, the Rancor, he's like, and then he's like, all right, look, you don't want to help me. That's fine. But do not turn your back on me. If you do, I will hurt you, essentially. And then they are all like, all right, fine, we agree. And even he's like, they're not that stupid to realize that the Pikes are going to eventually take over. So I like that he has that mob boss and just intelligence, like the mindset. And that little Mandalorian sting at the end, gives me maybe it's not the next week's episode, but maybe the finale, we're going to see Mando in some form or fashion, which I think that'll be really cool. I think that's a really cool setup. And I think that's really about it. I mean, there was a lot I liked, but there are a few things I don't like either. So those are my positives.
Welcome, brother Danny, Mr. Comic Chat. How you doing?
What's up, man?
So overall impressions and likes. Go ahead, man.
I really liked it. I know when I first saw it, I said, "Oh hell, people are gonna hate it because it started off for him in the back of the tank." But I don't care because it gave us flashbacks of what happened, how he it tied into the Mandalorian, or how he saved old girl when he took her to. Now that didn't feel Star Wars to me when he took her to that shop. It looked
right?
More, yeah, I don't know what that had. Some kind of shit. What's the movie Harrison Ford played in?
About Blade Runner.
Yeah, it had more of a Blade Runner type feel or something to me. Yeah. It didn't feel Star Wars, especially the guy with the crazy punk rock hair and stuff and all that stuff.
What's up, mommy brethren, with me orange dreadlock?
Yeah.
And I listened completely out of place. You're right.
I'm telling y'all got me listening to all the shit. I listened to the music. The music was nothing Star Wars. Nothing. I don't know where they got the music from. But overall, I liked it because I like how I love when I see one show ties into another show and kind of fill in those gaps, which you did. Yeah. I'm afraid we're gonna see another Bank the Tank because we haven't seen how he's got his armor. I'm thinking they're probably gonna show us how he got his armor and hooked up with Mando. I'm just thinking, I could be wrong, but what I liked about it is I liked that he hired the Wookiee. That Wookiee is a beast, man. And I said that. I said that.
That's what I was talking about earlier, man. It reminded me of Worf from Star Trek.
He does. I like that. I like the way he went back and killed those bikers. That was cool as hell. We saw a little bit of the mean Boba Fett that people want to see. And it's in there, but he's not that he's older. He's learned how to control it. So I don't have a problem with Boba Fett. I think I heard Austin said they nerfed him. I don't know if they necessarily nerf him, but when you get older, you're not as brash and hot headed. You still can be deadly, but you don't learn so much new tricks that you know how to cut it on and cut it off. I think he learned how to cut it on and cut it off. When you first start in that kind of business, just like law enforcement, you make a name for yourself. You went out there, you stop meeting people, you writing hundreds of tickets and stuff. Shit, now 25 years later, man, I ain't writing no tickets. I mean, I can do it. I can turn it on when I want to, but I ain't out there trying to arrest everybody and do everything. So I think that's what we're seeing, a progression in Boba Fett. And what we saw back earlier, he was young, dumb, trying to get stuff, make a name for himself. So you get to be brash and violent and that kind of stuff. Now, being with the Sand People, they learned him a different way, and now he's more smarter about it. He's picking her. He picked the Wookiees. He picked the people that y'all call the Power Rangers, but he's making his own tribe, and I think he's building the tribe the right way. And he kept those 2 Gamorrean guards. He spared their lives. So that's building loyalty. So I like the way they're doing that. Like I say, the music itself is not Star Wars, but I'm liking the story.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Hey, Chris.
Hello. How you doing?
LDG, you have anything to add to the comments and what you heard?
Again, I came in here because it said hangout. You guys are talking about a show I haven't watched. Yeah, I love the commentary. Everybody's talking about it. Like I said, better than WandaVision. It sounds like that's the best thing I can say about it.
Okay, well.
I'm glad you guys are at least enjoying it. It's not a complete flop, and it has a promising, hopefully, ending. It's going to get off.
That's what we all hope.
What is it leading to? Like, what's the whole? I mean, did they even lay out what the end game is for the season?
I don't know.
That's the thing. The Rancor is definitely a part of it. That's what I know.
I think we're going to see more in the second season, like we did in The Mandalorian. I think the first season is kind of just to whet your appetite and kind of get stuff in place. I think next season is going to be like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff. Chris,
so
what you liked?
Overall thoughts. Yes, this is what I want. Okay, so there's a couple things. Couple things I liked. We were wondering, Fennec Shan, didn't she get some work done? Because so they show. It's like they know what we're going to ask when the episode before happens. So we get two answers in here. Yes, Fennec Shan had a bunch of reworking. We see how he found her. Great stuff. We see how he gets her fixed up. So there's that. So now it makes more sense why she's by his side. We also see that she decides to stay because she likes what he's saying. Mm-hmm. We get to see where these cyborg kids come from. So that kind of got built in there. We saw another one of those bikes. I know they're trying really hard to make those bikes standard every day for these kids thing, but whatever. I liked all of that. Love the scene where they're getting the Slave One out. He hasn't called it Slave One, but he didn't call it fire spray. He said my fire spray, meaning the model of the ship. So I'm wondering if Disney, when they sold the ship again, if they just named it fire spray because that's the type of ship it is, and that way people can decide what to call it. I'm waiting for them though to brand it for sure. Right. We'll see. The chrysanthem guy, I liked that scene. That was kind of like something I think we all expected. He was going to end up back with Boba because the Hutts left him, or even if they didn't leave, they left him and said, fuck you. He's a bit of a wild card still, I think, but I think he's loyal. I like the scene where they're sitting at the table and like, why should we, do this? And then the Rancor reaches up and
right?
Scares the shit out of them all. I like that. There's a lot of things in this that helps explain a lot of stuff. Why he decided to do this. He wants to be the man making the decisions because he believes that bounty hunters wouldn't be necessary if somebody who actually thought things out did things. I like it. So it explains so much. This is that episode where we kept on saying, man, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? We got so many answers in this. So I've been riding the fence all this time on my grades between C+. I have 2 C+ and 1 B-. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. But those were some of the things I liked. And the fire spray, all of that stuff, just this whole episode, really. I like this whole freaking episode. I don't know if I have anything really bad to say about it.
Really? There's nothing bad to say about this episode? Oh.
I don't know. I'm thinking back on it. I mean, I just watched this right before. But I mean, there's a couple things. But so are we on that now? Are we on?
Yeah, you can start it off.
Okay.
You go ahead. Get it off your chest. By the way, I just said get off your chest. Tune in on Bigger Ford Entertainment at 10 p.m. for off the OOC. Yeah,
exactly. So going back to the Rancor, does he not remember that they took the armor off in the desert? he was in and out of consciousness, but he doesn't remember that he had it on when he got out. I mean, another thing I liked is they finally explained the bantha tank, that it's the acid. Mm-hmm. I mean, I assume that's what it is. So, but going back to the Rancor made no sense.
Sarlacc.
Sarlacc. Yes, I'm sorry. The Sarlacc pit. Going back to the Sarlacc pit doesn't make any sense. Jump back to what I liked also, though. At least they did keep the redo that Lucas did. They made that, come out, the beak and all that. That was done pretty well. But like I said, going back to the Rancor made no sense whatsoever. The fact that he goes after the biker gang with the fire spray, I mean, it's like, okay, isn't that a bit overkill? Well, I know, but still, it's like, he's talking about, I want to, rule with mercy or whatever, and all this stuff. Is like, that's not really doing that, but whatever.
But that was in his memory,
revenge.
Right?
That's right.
That was revenge for the people that saved his life. So.
Yep. But let me think here. Well, what's weird is they didn't even show the biker kids in this.
Well, we got a glimpse of other group of those bikers.
Yeah, but not them. And when you're in, like when he's in there at that meeting, Fennec's there. Well, they're. I mean, and Chrysanthemum's in the background. Where were they? They should have been right there too. They're like his guard. It's just there's little things like that, little continuity that were missing in places. Like I said, like the armor. Mm-hmm. I know, he is kind of in and out of it, but he should have remembered he was wearing that when he got out. But those are some of the things.
Cool. Austin.
So the flashback itself is fine. I just felt like they may have spent a little too long with it.
In the episode?
Well, yeah. But it's like because what they were setting up last episode, they were setting up the the modern day stuff. And then it's like, they're spending 20 minutes, like the first real half of the episode with the flashbacks, which if this is the last flashback, I'm fine with it, which it probably will be. So that's more like a nitpick. I felt like it kind of was slow at times. And the beginning where like he's like getting Fennec fixed, that just was really weird. It's like, the hairstyle didn't fit, just the music didn't, it's just like a lot of that didn't really fit at all. The stuff in Jabba's palace was good, but there's the one part where, he's chasing the droid and like he's playing peekaboo, hide and seek with the droid. It's like, oh my God, really? And then him going back to the Sarlacc pit, I kind of agree with Chris. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. I mean, it was a cool visual of him like shooting like the Sarlacc, but it was just like, it was interesting, and just like the visual of like that of the Slave One, peering down into the Sarlacc pit kind of made me chuckle a bit, because it was like it kind of made it look like somebody's like gazing in on their neighbor or something, just like
it's like, this is the inside of your colon.
It was just, I mean, I got like it would have been even worse if they'd done like something like Inner Space, where he had some way of shrinking the fire spray down, or like it like had folded in on it.
Don't call it the fire spray, please don't.
The Slave One, if the Slave One could like flip into itself kind of and get smaller, and he could have gone down further, that would have been like Inner Space feel right there. It was just that was weird.
Okay, continue.
And also like the bantha stuff, like, geez, ever since freaking that whole episode where he's like a bantha, where he's like, jumping up and down on the bantha, he's like, it's like, that's not all I can think about with Boba Fett is the freaking bantha. Mm-hmm. It's like, and then he's like, it's like, bantha, go away. And then the bantha's like, no. And then he's like, well, you're free to go. And then the bantha's like, oh, okay. Like,
I I think it'd be funny if he walks into a bar and there's like some like space rap called "Like a Bantha," like a bantha, like a bantha. Right.
Someone's probably gonna do that.
Yeah. No. See. G Major's laughing, but he's gonna come up with that beat and he's gonna be like, I got this.
Don't get me started.
And, instead of a Rancor at where he rides the Rancor at the end, he should just ride a Bantha at the end. He might as well, with the whole mentions of the Bantha stuff. But
everybody will be at the fight but him because they're so damn slow.
Yeah. It's just, and then the other thing is, it's like, I don't know what it is, but I just feel like there's like something missing. Like I think G Major, Jay's like one of them said it best. It's like there is something missing. It's not like a negative, but it does feel like something that they're there. They have like, I think after this episode they have it. I just think there's something that's missing. That's kind of like, it's like the missing piece of the puzzle. I think we'll get that in the later episodes. Maybe I'll put my finger on it, but overall, I thought this episode actually was pretty good. Not gonna lie, I'm not saying it was like the greatest thing ever, but It was good.
Awesome, Jason.
Only really negative thing I didn't really like was when he got his slave one back, and he went after that the biker gang. I didn't like. He just was too quick, and it was like these guys. But I mean, it was like. He just finished it off too quick. I mean, to me, I would have liked. I know we're on Disney Plus, so we can't really go to it, but it'd be like watching Rambo. When Rambo 2, when he goes to the jungle, he just gets in the helicopter and blows everybody up and then takes off. I mean, I like that. He would have snuck into their little cantina where it is and just whooped their ass. That would have made the. You would have seen him. Oh, no, he's not a wuss anymore. He's actually powerful. Just I wish they would have did a little more to that. That just ended too quickly because I knew he was coming back revenge for him, but I just I didn't expect he was just gonna just take him out in 10 seconds and that was it. So besides that, I mean I guess he's the animal whisperer, because he's got all the animals now. He feeds them and gives them pork chops and all that and all that. So that was a little cringy, but besides that, that's about it.
Awesome. Just for David, DQ came in. Are the ratings bad? Well, there you got them from Rotten Tomatoes at least. 83 critic score. It's 62 audience. So it's pretty split. Like I'm saying,
that's not going to show for today's episode.
No.
Check it on Sunday or Monday. If that number goes up, then they did something right, which I think they did.
Mm-hmm. G Major.
We're talking about dislikes, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm tired of the flashbacks. I'm sorry. I'm the kind of person who wish do them now and then continue on to the present. It's getting annoying. I'm hoping this is the last time. And the music during her surgery, it didn't fit. It just didn't. I'm sitting there like, man, this doesn't feel like Star Wars. I mean, it's coming from somebody who watched the first one in 1977. I mean, it just didn't fit.
Yeah, but you know what? Is that it's not out of place though, because George Lucas used some of that like different styles in the prequels.
I know what you're saying, but
I
mean, I felt like I was watching a rave movie. I thought I was watching. You guys ever know the movie Groove? I thought I was watching I was watching a movie going to the a rave. I mean, it just for me it didn't fit.
I mean, I understand what you're saying. It seems like I mean, they're more. God. What a horrible word. They're more hip than everybody else in this fucking planet. So they've got something different. I mean, and again, for me, just going off of that, the fact that it was that this place they were going to work on them and stuff, this mod shop,
Right.
It's in the middle of nowhere, so it's like this different section, this different group of.
But still, it's not Star Wars. It is now. Well, it's today's Star Wars, but it's not. It just did not feel. Everybody's gonna say that agrees with this whole part right here. It did not. It did not feel. I have to say the part of the Rise of Skywalker where they went for 3PO's memories, right, to read the Sith, looked better. That scene looked better and made more sense than this scene right here. If you had something like that scene here, it would fit.
I think the problem is like I said last week, it's too Cyberpunk 77. That's where they got these ideas from. Because I haven't played it, but I know enough about it that they have mod shops and stuff where you can change parts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it didn't. It made more sense to me now. Honestly, I think that actually helped their case a little bit.
I think they want the audience, the younger audience, to groove to it or whatever they want.
Definitely.
They're
appealing to that new generation.
It just didn't. It took me. I was sitting there like, this does not feel like a Star Wars movie or series whatsoever. That just took me out. I'm like sitting there like, this is, ugh. So, that was the worst point for me.
Okay. All right, Danny.
Slave One Rescue. I thought they was like, okay, you're already in there, so why are you talking about how good it is? Go ahead and get in the ship and get up out of there. I thought they took a bit too long.
Okay.
Getting the ship and get out of there. Going back to the Starlight Pit to me was incredibly dumb because, like Chris said, I can remember the little Munchkin people. They took the suit off. It's like he should have recalled that. The Jawas took the suit off. So I'm thinking we're going to see another. I don't know if we're going to be back in the Starlight Pit, but we're going to see another flashback where he was able to get his suit back from that other guy, from Mando. Mando got it from the guy that was the sheriff, the deputy, whatever the hell they call himself, from that episode. So I think we may see that. The kitchen scene I thought was pretty goofy. Didn't care for that. Chasing a little robot around and then, do you know who I am? I'm Boba Fett. Okay. How in the hell would a robot know who the hell you are?
Sorry, I lost connection there for a sec.
I was saying the kitchen scene was kind of goofy to me.
Mm-hmm.
Asking the robot, do you know who I am? I'm Boba Fett. Who the fuck is a robot gonna know who he is?
Right.
He's been in the palace before.
But still, what's the point? But you know what? To counter that, what you just said, Danny, I liked Fennec's reaction to that. Are you done? Right after that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like he was kind of feeling himself a little bit on there.
Yeah.
The repair of Fennec, like I said, it didn't throw me off like it did G Major, but I did notice that the music and themes and stuff. That particular scene was not Star Wars. Did not make me dislike it any, but it's just something that I noticed. This doesn't seem like something that we would see in a traditional Star Wars movie. But I know Disney Plus is trying to get new, more hip viewers and subscribers and fans. So you got to throw some of that stuff in. Don't have a problem with it. And the biggest thing was, why would he go into town by himself? He already been almost shot, assassinated. So why would he go back into town by himself? Not even have Fennec, none of these Gamorrean guards. Nobody went to the club by himself. To me, that's stupid. Because if somebody tried to kill him one time at nighttime by yourself, I know you badass Boba Fett, but I wouldn't have done that. But
right, I didn't realize that.
But that's all I have.
That's it. That's pretty decent. my two things that I really disliked was the whole modification place that completely. Really, that was terrible. Did not feel like Star Wars. The music was completely off. I get it that they're trying to appease the new generation, and you know, it's like the new generation today, right? That you give them $10, either they put food on their table or they, you know, put it on more data for their cell phone. You know, they're gonna pick more data for their cell phone over the food. But I didn't like that part. I didn't like the part with the Sarlacc pit. Chris mentioned it before. The whole thing about the armor, it's kind of weird, right? Because he did crawl out of it with his armor, which was burning him, and he was all sick with it. And then he walked into it with his just Tusken Raider garments, and you know, they were not even that deteriorated. His face was kind of sizzling a bit, but it just, for me, it just didn't make sense. I think it was too not exaggerated enough. If he would have walked in there and you saw his freaking clothes melting, I would be sold more that he was hurt from the acid than he truly was. Those two things there, I just had an issue with.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
but it could have been. It could have. His clothes could have been soaked with it though. If your clothes are soaked, then you still can get that burn.
True. You're good point. Good point. You're making good points. Overall ratings, and what do you expect to see? Oscillator.
Oh, that's tough. My final grade, it's definitely in the B range. I don't know if I want to go as far as B plus though. I think give me a couple days to like really think about it. I'm just gonna go flat B for now. Like for now, B. I think like give me a couple days to like sit on it.
Now. This is it. You don't get to say anything else until Sunday.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like, you know, my just initial grade for right now is a B. I think it's
She's
good,
going to.
but I do think that there definitely is something that it's missing, but I do think they're going to find that last piece of the puzzle as the show does come to a close. I do predict that we're going to at least see Mando at least. In some way or fashion. I don't know if it's going to be like a major part. I think it could just be maybe like, not like a cameo, but just maybe like a couple minutes with them. But I do think we're going to see at least Mando in like some form. I hope he does show up at the finale wearing like the face against the Pikes, which that would be cool.
Right.
I'm just happy that honestly I haven't none of these episodes have reached like a D yet. Because, you know, with like some of the Marvel shows, it's like, you know, after the first two, it's like, all right, C, C, D, D, C, D, C, D, C. It's like, I'm glad that I'm not at that point yet. I'm at least like still in like B range, which gives me some sort of hope that maybe it. I just hope this show really. I hope the show does hit the mark at the end. I really hope that they can just end it strong. That's really all I want, is for it to end strong, because they're done with flashbacks. I just want to see some cool shit. So. Let's hope next week's really good.
Okay. Jason.
I'll give it a solid B.
Solid B.
Just a B. Yeah, just a B. I mean, way better than last week. I gave it a D last week. The week before that, an A. So A minus, I think it was. I like Austin there said. I know, Mando will probably be in there either next week or the week after, whatever they start, you know, I guess this war with the Pikes start up. And the rumors that Han Solo and Chewie and all them, you know, were supposed to be in this series. So, you know, I don't know if that'll be part of that with the war and then, you know, Crimson Dawn and all that. So I'm feeling we're going to see some more characters. I mean, Mando might bring all the Mandalorians over with him. He bring Boba and all them. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure now.
That's what Shifty thinks.
But I mean, he's going to have some. He's only got a few biker kids, and you know the big Wookiee guy, and you know the two guards. I mean, he needs he had Fennec, but he's going to need a lot more help. You know, against the Pikes. I'm sure they're going to have a massive army there. So. Looking, like I said, I think we're just need a little, like Austin said, we just had one little missing piece, and then I think we're going to have a couple good episodes, but really good episodes. So I still have hope for it.
All right, Chris, Mr. Knight.
I'm gonna give it a B plus.
Wow. All right. B plus.
It moved in the right direction, answered a lot of questions, gave us a lot of that backstory that was missing, gave us his motivation, gave us more solidification that I don't think Fennec Shan is a problem. Yeah, I mean, it did a lot of the right things, answered questions, and when you do that, that does it. It gives you that predictions. I don't see why we wouldn't get Mando in this. I mean, all you gotta do is put somebody in a suit. You don't have to show them, so no big deal there. And it'll keep interest up for Mandalorian, since everything literally coming out now is Mandalorian sets everything else up. If somebody comes into Mandalorian, they're going to get their own series. So, and I don't know if you heard, Bo-Katan's going to get her own series, as far as I know.
It's not confirmed though. I don't think it's confirmed yet.
Not confirmed in the way of like actual announcement, but she's going to get it. They brought Slave One back into it, where we should be done with the flashbacks. That's good. That gives us what, 3 more episodes?
3 more episodes. Absolutely.
Let's go with start of the Pike War, or the Street Wars with the Pikes or whatever. You get into some nitty gritty stuff where maybe it looks like Boba's going to lose in the 6th one, and then the 7th one they pull it out. So you're right where you need to be.
All right, G Major.
I definitely better than the last episode. I give it a B plus.
Okay.
The action was definitely better. That's what I'm looking for. That Star Wars action. The last episode, I mean, there was some action, but the cornball stuff, I'm like sitting like, oh goodness, this is. But this one was better. The beginning was kind of slow. I know the flashbacks, whatever. Hopefully we'll be done with the flashbacks and move forward. But yeah, B plus.
All right. Mr. Comic Chat.
I give this a B plus.
Okay.
I really liked it. I think we're going to see Mando, and I'm hearing we might see Grogu, possibly Han Solo. That's what I'm being told by other sources. I don't know, but I like the way it's going, and I'm really not bothered by all the flashbacks because I'm learning more about the character, and I'm learning his motive, why he's doing what he's doing. Again, I'm going to bring up that some people say, well, they don't like this new, but now we see why he's doing what he's doing. We see his thought process. We wouldn't have done that if they just left us to our own way of getting there. Now we see exactly what happened, why he's changed, what his thought process is, and what his goal is trying to be. So, if going back to the bank the tank and which is a little redundant, I'll give it that, but I don't mind that. I don't like some people just hate it. I'm like, flashbacks. I don't mind flashbacks if flashbacks got a purpose. If he was just showing us shit that didn't tell us anything or didn't show us what's going to happen or how he or what was his thought process or how he changed from badass to more smarter version. I still think he's a badass, but we just found out that he wasn't fully healed to now, that he's thinking about this whole process. He's tired of being working for somebody else. He want to work for himself and make it. So I have no problem with his thought process, and I love the way he went back. I think Jason said he killed the guys too fast. I thought it was just right on time, decisive, quick, blew their ass up, going on about his business.
It was ruthless,
striking people off the bucket list. So I think it's cool. I think it's going to get better. We only got 3 more episodes, so I'm ready to look forward to them. I do like this was longer. I think they should stick to 45 minutes. I don't like when it's the 30 minutes, 28, whatever, 45.
I'm glad the shitty episode was a short one. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. So the last 3, they're 45. I'll be happy with it.
Awesome stuff. I will give it a B. I really liked it. I like the way it connected everything. After Gree, at first, I didn't see where they were going with these flashbacks. This one really connected those flashbacks all together and made sense of everything. Very sloppy at parts, but definitely a lot superior to last week's episode. How what's gonna happen? I have a strong feeling. I think we're not gonna see Grogu because I don't think he has a place in this. But I do really think we might see more of the Mandalorians because we all know that Mando owes him a favor, and right now, who's with him? Bo-Katan and the Sisterhood of Mandalore is there. So could we end up getting to see an extra person? I forgot what her name was. Austin, what was the girl's name with the purple hair again? I forgot her name.
Yeah.
She had the dark saber in the animation.
Oh
before
shit!
She gave it to Bo-Katan.
Oh fuck! Her name's on the tongue, but I don't necessarily remember what it was.
Frick. Shit. Well, I have a feeling we might get to see her. Let's see if the chat knows. Shifty, you know who I'm talking about? Ezra's friend.
You talking about Bo-Katan?
Not Bo-Katan. It started with the C, didn't it? I don't know. We see her at the end of Rebels with Sabine. Thank you. Yes, Sabine. Yeah. Sabine.
I don't know if he's Sabine because Sabine and Ezra. I mean Sabine and Ahsoka
go together.
They're going to try to find Ezra and Thrawn.
Right. So these are all leading towards that, right? The whole we got Ahsoka. So at one point of Ahsoka's episode, we're going to see Sabine. If we get to see part of Sabine, that'll kind of be cool. But what I'm hearing is there's going to be a DH Han Solo. Now, to what extent is it going to be a flying of the Millennium Falcon into Mos Espa and just a quick cameo of, maybe Mando coming out of the Falcon with Han Solo and
or maybe Chewbacca. Knowing old boy, the other Wookiee. That'd be cool.
Exactly right. So who knows, man? That would be a fire scene if Mando makes an entrance like that with the DH Solo and Chewbacca coming down. That would be pretty fire.
You don't need the DH Chewbacca. I mean,
no, not DH Chewbacca. I'm talking about DH.
Yeah. Okay.
Han Solo. Smart.
All right. I'm gonna run. To go get my.
I got to bounce
for your show. All right, man.
Yep.
Not a problem.
All right, guys.
We're gonna finish up with the next topic of Moonlight.
When you guys are done, jump on over. So
we'll do.
Take it easy, guys. All right, bye.
All right, bye.
Later.
So yeah, man, I like this episode. It was okay compared to the last one. Still had its issues, but hey. So Moon Knight, you guys see the trailer?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did.
You did? You think I'm gonna get struck if I show it?
Maybe.
Matt, G Major, you said you read the books. What did you think of it?
I collected when it first started. I had a couple of series. I stopped, and then they rebooted it. And what Ethan Hawke's character is playing is in the reboot, but now they changed it again. So, so far I'm looking forward to this because now, back in the day, he made up characters to find out stuff. He was a mercenary, a consultant, a cab driver. Now they're making it that he has a mental illness where he has personalities inside of his mind. And I kind of like how they do it.
It looks like a sleep disorder, right? That's what I got in this trailer.
Yeah.
It has like a sleep
disorder. He's
disorder.
got a sleep disorder where he's dreaming different personalities. And the thing I thought was really cool is the costume. When I finally seen the costume, I said, you know what? It's an Egyptian god that's giving him powers. And they made his costume more like a wrapping of a mummy.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought they're like, okay, I can dig that. So I think this is going to be pretty cool.
Right. Like,
hello, and
we're
welcome
talking about his costume right at the end, right?
I can't tell the difference between my waking life and chaos.
Now, if you look right, I'm sorry, you just changed it. You go back a little bit. When he told him, nope, you gotta go forward.
Let's just watch it. Let's watch it.
That's all right.
Do you hear it? Hold on, I'm not even playing it.
Yeah, that would help.
hello, and welcome to Stay.
Hold on.
Welcome to Stay.
I'm losing it.
Real catchy one.
Kid Cudi song in there. That's freaking wicked.
This.
And that's the thing. Everybody's going crazy about the Kid Cudi song in there. I like feeling like, okay, I didn't even know about the song. Yeah.
Between eyes and dreams.
That's the thing, right?
Thank you.
Lost the contact lens.
Hope you find it.
I love that. Hope you find it. Doesn't this remind you of Night in the Museum?
That's somebody else said the same thing. I was like,
right?
What?
Yeah. But he's such a good actor. Right?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Except for X-Men Apocalypse. I'm sorry.
Well, that wasn't so much him being a bad actor. That's just bad writing.
Oh, not character, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're alive. What's wrong with you, Mark?
Why did you call me?
It's Mark Spector, right?
Yeah, Mark Spector.
It must be very difficult.
It's really goes to Mark Spector.
Voice.
And that's even off.
There's chaos in you.
You know.
Embrace the chaos.
Yeah,
Embrace it. That's cool, man. I
like when they did the moon thing. That was
you know what?
Cool.
I kind of like the fact that we're getting a character that we don't really mainstream people that never watched, never read the books, right?
Right.
And this goes back, and this even goes to Boba Fett as well, right? Where people that have never watched, read EU stuff or any animation stuff, for them it's all new. So their experience and their interpretation of it, they don't hate it as much as the fan base, right? It's not that division. So
now in the costume, in the comic books, it was the cape that the Egyptian god was wearing. He took it and became Moon Knight. Now they're taking it away that it's kind of getting mystical now because his costume is mystically coming on him. I kind of like that, and it's like I said, it's kind of got that mummy look, just like Egyptians. And I was like, okay.
Tabasco, though.
Go ahead, Jason.
I was going to tell you, yeah, I didn't know nothing about Moon Knight. I saw the trailer. It looks interesting, but there was an actor, one of the main villains, died. I think it was today or yesterday in a ski.
Yeah, today. Yeah.
Yeah, in a ski
that's
accident.
one of the. Like I said, G Major probably knows what he's one of the villains in this book. So I was like,
yeah, he plays Midnight Man.
Midnight Man. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, damn. It looked pretty cool too. I was like, shit, man, that's bad when you get. That's already doomed the series. You already got one of the main villains already killed, died, like that.
Yeah, tragically.
Yeah, it was a ski accident. I heard, and they flew him to a hospital, and he died. And I was like,
yeah, I didn't know.
He's only 37. I'm like, wow.
I mean, like I said, it looks interesting to me. I don't know much about Moon Knight, so I mean, I mean, we didn't get him. I like Isaac anyway. He's a pretty cool, good actor. So hopefully, it looks good. So I mean, hopefully we got something. I mean, if we don't know much about it, we can't bitch about it much. So,
Exactly. It's a fresh new look, right? Yeah. And as long as it's good storytelling, I'm from that trailer. Actually, looks pretty good. Austin, what do you think?
Oh God, I hope it's good. Look, Moon Knight is honestly, he's probably one of the more underrated characters in Marvel Comics. So I really hope it's good, and I just want Marvel to start out the year with something good. I hope it's not a big disappointment. If it is, I'm gonna hate it, because the last few Marvel shows that Marvel has done has just been, yeah, I really hope it's good. I just want good action. I want a straightforward story. I don't want them to overbloat it. I just want no complexity. I know Moon Knight's a complex character, so you can have a little bit of complex character development, a more complex story, but don't overdo it. I just want a straight, just good show. I hope that it is, because I don't want this to be another Loki where it's it's false advertising. You get it's you think you're gonna get something else, but then you get something that's disappointing. But I don't think it looks bad. I like Oscar Isaac. So it's that's there. I just hope in execution it's good, because the trailers are great, or at least the first trailer is. I know there probably will be a second trailer somewhere down the line, but I hope it's good. That's really all I gotta say. I hope it's good, and I hope Marvel can at least start off with the win, because ever since, oh man, it's their shows last year just weren't not necessarily up to par, but they just weren't there. I really hope they've nailed down what to do when it comes to these shows, because Falcon, I think that the problem is they're trying to set up so much that it actually causes these shows to feel like they're, I said, bloated, and they kind of feel like they're overdoing it, because it's so much with so little. Because these shows are 6 episodes each, so it's I really hope they could just nail down just the whole flow of the show. If they can nail that, then the show will be good.
Well, if there's any consolation to what you're saying, is after No Way Home, and there's been a lot of reshoots on all their projects.
Well, that's a good thing.
It is a good thing and a bad thing, but I think it's going to be a good thing.
Yeah.
That they did it after this, because they probably realized, shit, we got to do something to fix this up, right? So the fact that they're doing these reshoots, Multiverse of Madness has started doing them way before, and a lot of them, I believe, what's the other one that's coming out?
Miss Marvel is doing reshoots.
Miss Marvel's complete a whole bunch of stuff as well. So hopefully they're good reshoots, reasons for reshoots, to give the fans something good.
Now, Doctor Strange, John Krasinski was part of the reshoots, and there's people, it's a grain of salt, I'll say that right now, is playing a variant of Reed Richards.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of rumors about that, and now they're saying that there's going to be a variant of John Storm that's actually going to be it's actually going to be what's his name, Captain America's actor, I forgot.
Chris Evans.
It's going to be actually Chris Evans Firestorm.
I've heard it. They're looking at bringing Daredevil back to
Human Torch, sorry.
See, I heard that too. I heard about
Ghost Rider, Nicolas Cage, Ghost Rider.
Yeah, and apparently that's how
Black Panther 2 also delayed shooting again. They already backed up.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Because the movement to recast him is growing a lot of steam, and to be honest with you, I agree with that they should just recast him and keep T'Challa in there. And even though that it was already set that they were going to make Shuri, the next Black Panther. That was already in the works, moving forward the Black Panther movies. Apparently,
I have no problem recasting. You better get somebody who can. You're not gonna find somebody who can do it as good as Chadwick.
Of course not.
At least
of course not.
Something by somebody who's really close.
Of course not. And that's
I know
why
everybody's talking about Jamie Foxx. I was like, no.
No. You can't. Anyways, Jamie Foxx, you can't bring him in here because he's Electro.
Okay.
Right. So it'll just like, come on, get someone, get a new actor, someone fresh, and give them in that role. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens.
I had a question for G Major before I got knocked off. About it's more going back to Moon Knight. There's rumors that Blade might be in this series. Is in the comic book? Is Blade with him in the comic books?
I think there was a comic book called Midnight Sun.
Yeah,
would included Moon Knight, Blade, and
Johnny Blaze, the original Johnny Blaze.
Yeah, Johnny Blaze.
This is a perfect spot to bring Blade in. I mean,
because in Midnight Suns, Johnny the Ghost Rider there wasn't Johnny Blaze. It was somebody else. I forgot his name. And Johnny Blaze was with them with Morbius. Morbius was part of that as well. Yeah.
Well, this is a perfect spot to bring Blade in then.
Mm-hmm.
Now, look, if they bring in Ghost Rider, you want the old Johnny Blaze or you want the one they had in S.H.I.E.L.D.? Because the one in S.H.I.E.L.D. was kind of tough.
That was nice. From what I saw, that looked good. That was the Latino guy, right?
Yeah. I was thinking, I'm like, damn, this dude.
That was some hot tamales. That's all I have to say.
I'll sit there with him in that chain. I'm like, damn, this dude.
Yeah.
Well, they bring these characters one by one in these series. Well, just like I heard that Echo, they're going to bring the Punisher and Daredevil's going to be in that Echo. So.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, with the new symbol, apparently.
I guess. That's what I'm hearing.
Well, Blade was in the end credit scene of the Eternals. So.
Blade.
Yeah.
It
was I can't say his name. Mahershala Ali's voice. That was him. I thought it was Samuel Jackson, and I listened to it. I was like, oh shit.
And that's Blade.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, the Black Knight. That's another character. That's another character they haven't really did much. They got him in the Eternals, but they got him.
Well, they said the Eternals are coming back. There's another. They're getting another movie.
I think the thing with Marvel is, and bringing with Moon Knight, you're taking characters that a lot of people don't know about, and they're using the material source and then update it to make it a great series. So, or a movie. So, I mean, I think Moon Knight's going to be good. I mean, they definitely took it to another step where this guy actually has a mental illness and one split personality issue. I forgot what they called it. And one of his characters or personas is Moon Knight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see what it is.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the chat, see what we got. Sticking around. We have Darius that dropped in.
What's up, Darius?
Shifty. The Droid Cantina Nindroid. Yeah, man, I think we're going to jump on. We had Fabulous Brittany.
Hi, Britt.
And DQ, LDG that was here shortly, but he had a bail. Yeah, PerFett that stopped in. And low spec Linux Rovernator. So yeah, Austin, tell the people where they can find you, man.
Well, I got my own YouTube channel where I do a bunch of stuff over there. I just reached over 200 subs. I'm just going over there. Go check me out. I'm probably gonna do Splash Talk tomorrow, and then Saturday, of course, me and Angry Care Bears were reviewing New Nightmare. We were gonna do it last week, but then I did the 200 sub celebration stream. So we're doing it this week. Sunday will probably be Shadow Eye. Monday, good old wrestling. We're doing our Royal Rumble predictions because it's not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. And then Tuesdays, just a bunch of stuff. I'm here on the Hangout on Wednesdays. Chris Knight's channel for the weekly wrap up. Book of Boba Fett Roundtable on Chaos Central. Speaking of Chaos Central, I have the Chaos Central Twitter. I basically tweet everybody out. Whoever streams are going on. I've been tweeting out the Rule 3. I also did the Hangout. I tweeted that out earlier. And also, I just do a bunch of stuff. You find me on Jason Lee's channel, Metal Taco Show. And you can just find me everywhere. And last but not least, you can find me on Twitter. And also you find me on the Droid Cantina and Droid's channel for Galactic Chat and other stuff. And lastly, you can find me on Twitter at the Austinator17. Sometimes I tweet. Sometimes I retweet. Sometimes I don't. It's a lottery. Go check me out. Guys, thanks for having me on. This was fun.
Awesome having you, man. I'm always happy you jump on, man. Appreciate that. Jason Lee Tucker.
What's going on, everybody? You can find me on my channel, Jason Lee Tucker Statement. Hopefully I'm gonna have some streams this weekend. We're gonna have a Night of Metal rock show. I might have a special guest, may not. We're working on that. Now we're just gonna talk about some concerts and stuff. It's either gonna be Saturday, Sunday. Probably Saturday because I'm probably lined up on Sunday with the roundtable and stuff. But and I got a wrestling show I need to get going because me and Eric's we've had a couple shows that we got to talk about. Indie wrestling show, and probably either maybe not tonight, maybe tomorrow or Friday. I probably have a late night show. Me and Austinator probably we usually have a Thursday or Friday night. We usually have a late night. We talk about Boba Fett and all this, Peacemaker, whatever's going on. And Chris Knight's show on Sunday, roundtable, and here on Thursday night. Here on Wednesday night. Here on Basco channel. I appreciate Basco letting me stop by.
Anytime, bud. G Major, Mr. DJ himself.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Appreciate you having me on today. And always, every Wednesday, I'm here. I got the What Up Doe I do on Mondays, just looking at what's going on in entertainment, comics, all kinds of stuff. And Wednesdays, the Hump Day Mix, Jack and House music, and that's it.
That is cool. So when you guys leave here and you go into the chat for Chaos, please say it's the Basco Raid, so that they know they're coming off and we're pushing them from my channel to you guys, right? So saying that, I'm Geisker from the Basco Scenario. Every Wednesday, COD Gaming, random streams. Thank you, everybody that was in the chat, everybody that's watching now and is going to watch on the rerun. Saying that, stay safe, peace out, and we are out again.